Hey guys, so today's look is very pretty and pink and it's the first tutorial that I filmed with the Naked 3 palette. I'm not going to do a full review in this video because I just want to show you what you can do with the colours, I guess, but I will be posting a full review on my blog, which I will link in the description for you if you're interested. Start by applying a primer, and I'm just going to be using my Avon one as usual. Next, I'm using a blending brush to just apply the colour Noona through the crease. Because it's a matte shade, if you've just applied a primer, then it might be a bit more difficult to get smooth straight away, but just keep at it. I kind of just windshield wiper the colour on and then buff it out in circular motions. Then I'm just going over the edges with the colour Limit, and this might seem like a lot of blending out for a soft look like this, but you've got to bear in mind that on my eyes the colour is just eaten away by the crease when I stop raising my eyebrows, so what looks like a lot just turns into this, which is just basically nothing. Next, I'm using Strange to highlight underneath the brow, and it looks matte in the pan, but it's not matte at all. It has this lovely kind of pearlescent sheen to it, it's gorgeous. Moving on to the lid, I'm using a medium sweeper brush to just pack on the colour Burnout. I'm going right over where I applied the colour Noona in the crease because it adds shimmer but it doesn't hide the colour completely. That depth that I've added with the darker shade is still there. Then I'm just taking the colour Birds, which is just a little bit darker, and I'm applying this in the outer V and then blending everything together with a fluffy brush. Next, I'm going to be using the colour Dust, which is probably my favourite in the entire palette. Because I really wanted the sparkle to transfer well, I put a bit of fixing spray on the brush first. Instead of just spraying it in the general direction of the brush, I just sprayed it onto my hand first, then dabbed the brush in it, and then picked up the colour. Then I'm just bringing it underneath the eye too, but I'm not too bothered about it being too intense here because it might just look like an eye bogey if it's just too reflective, and that's not fun. I've been using the colour Blackheart for liner every time I've used this palette. It's just really nice having something that isn't an intense black for a change. It has these red flecks in it, but they just don't seem to transfer, so instead it's kind of just a nice deep purpley black. Next, I'm using my beloved Bourjois mascara, and then I'm moving on to underneath the eye. I used both Limit and Noona, and then I just blended with my finger. And I only used both of them because I decided that Limit wasn't quite dark enough, so I just added Noona over the top. This brush is really useful, by the way, if you hate getting like liners caught up in the base of your lashes. I found it just really helps my application just so much. It's one of those little brushes that you'd never think of buying, but once you actually get it, it just changes everything. Then I'm just finishing off the eyes with some mascara on the bottom lashes. Moving on to the lips, I'm first defining my imaginary lip line with a lip pencil, and this is the Makeup Store's FairyTale Dream, I think. And then I'm just filling in with MAC's Pink Plaid, which is actually my current go-to lipstick, which is really strange to me because it's so toned down compared to my usual like fluorescent pinks and reds and purples. Anyway, that's it. I hope you like the look, and let me know what you think about this palette because I think people have very mixed opinions on it. Some people love it, some people hate it, or if you're like me, you really want to love it but it just doesn't work. So let me know what you think. And thank you for watching.